I thought I'd elaborate a little more on the common philosophy and theology of all world religions. That's something I'll focus on for 5 minutes. In India, there are three great philosophers which have now what is called Hinduism. Originally, there was no name given to the religion in India because it wasn't a religion, it was a way of life. But because of a lot of people coming in from other parts of the world who are used to an organized and structured religion, they gave all these practices a name called Hinduism. The word Hindu has come from the word of the name of the river Sindhu. Sindhu is the Indus River, which now runs from northern part of India through Pakistan and merges in the Arabian Sea. So everybody to the east of the Sindhu River are Hindus. Though they speak 500 different languages and dialects, every 100 kilometers the language and the dialect will change. The dresses are different, the rituals are different, the practices are different, but the way of life is common. The culture is what binds them. So in this way of life, there are three great philosophers who came in the 8th, 11th and 13th century AD. The 8th century AD philosopher is known as Adi Shankaracharya. Is one of the greatest philosophers of India, and his work is even now studied in Sanskrit in many of the international universities as well. He propounded what was called non-dualism, Advaita. What is the essence of Advaita or non-dualism? I will say the Sanskrit and then I will tell the English, and again I'll compare that with Christianity and other world religions. Adi Shankaracharya had said, Brahma Satya Jagan Mithya Jivo Brahmaiva Naparaha. God alone is the truth, the world is an illusion. There is no difference between the individual soul and divine soul. Everything is divine. As per the philosophy of non-dualism or Advaita, everything is divine. This board is divine, this mic is divine, this TV is divine, this paper is divine, you and I all are divine. Because it is the same divine principle that energizes and powers everything that is around. So Adi Shankaracharya, or this philosophy of dualism, said that there is no difference between you and God. Everything is God. You do not exist. Everything is divine. That was in the 8th century AD. The second philosopher in the 11th century AD was Ramanujacharya. He gave what was called Vishishtadvaita, or qualified non-dualism. The problem with non-dualism was because everybody thinks they are divine, you start leading immoral lives. After all, I am divine. How does it matter? Whatever I do, I am also God, so I can do anything. That mindset set in. And so there was an increase in immoral behavior in society. So this philosopher came and he said that qualified non-dualism is the way forward. You are divine, no doubt. But till you realize and experience that divinity, you have to live a life within certain rules and regulations. He qualified them and gave the highest virtues of devotion and surrender to God as prerequisites before you realize that you are one with divine. So he called it qualified non-dualism. The first one was, I and God are one. Second one was, I am like the son of God, I am like the child of God. The child has the characteristics of the father. So there is a lot of connection. Still problem, difficult to relate to that. How can I have qualities of God? So 2 centuries later, another great philosopher, Madhavacharya, he came and he said, no, you're not the son of God. It's difficult for you to understand and behave. Obedience will come when you realize that you are the servant of God. So he gave the philosophy of dualism or Dvaita. And he said, you are the servant of God and your job is to please God with all your actions and offer it to Him as an offering from your end, whatever you are doing. So you see these three distinct philosophies. You are the servant of God, or you are the devotee of God, you are the son of God, and you are inherently divine, is exactly the same evolution in the life of Jesus. First he said, I am the messenger of God. Then he said, I am the son of God. And finally he said, I and my Father are one. It is the same philosophy which has been propounded through these philosophers over 500 years, which gives the same message that I am the messenger or the servant of God, I am the son of God, I and my Father are one. The same message was given by the prophet in Arabia when he said, the light is in me, was his first declaration. The second declaration a few years later was, I am in the light. Finally, he said, I and the light are one. So you see, the whole philosophy of all religions is over the same basic fundamentals. That these are the three phases through which all of us go through. But the end objective, the beginning starts with being a devotee, a messenger, a servant, an obedient follower of God's message. The ultimate destiny that we are all supposed to be enjoying is that we are not different from God.